Come on. Just give me the info I'm looking for. Oh, page 5, search results.
Anybody ever tell you you're very cute when you're irritated?
Paul, please, not now. I'm trying to get info on this new camera. I've been searching online forever. It's painstaking.
I know how hard it can be. I search for things. It takes forever. Sometimes you don't get exactly what you want.
That's real helpful, thank you.
What Marianella doesn't know is that help is on the way. So after years of the same search experience, Microsoft has just introduced the new search engine, Bing. Joining us today on the Gear Daddy set to tell us all about it is one of the project directors, Frédéric Savoie.
Frédéric Savoie, is that French?
Mais oui.
J'aime ça.
So I'm very excited to be here with you guys today and tell you a little bit about Bing and how it can relieve your frustration.
Please, Frédéric, please.
I want to see.
All right, so let me show you a couple of things. Let's start with a common query like FedEx. One of the things we've noticed is that people sometimes are guessing, what is the right result. So we want to take the guesswork out, and we have this concept of best match here, which really brings up front the best result for that typical query, in this case, Federal Express. The other thing that we have is we have those links. You see those here over there?
Very cool.
And those are really the typical things that people do when they go to the Federal Express site. So again, we try to make it easy to bring the information that people care about.
And here you just put in your package number?
Right. And then guess what? You
Wow.
also have the customer service number, which is this thing that's really hard to get.
Yep.
Let me show you another example. In this case, for a movie, the movie Duplicity. So the first thing you can see is that, we have an answer which gives you the movie theaters playing that show around you. And you didn't have to enter any location because we can guess that from where you are.
So right
which is
away,
really cool.
bam, all the movie times, and
You
that's
bet.
great.
And the other thing that we know is that, people tend to sometimes click on a link and then get bad results. And they come back, about 24% of the time this happens.
And this helps them refine it?
Exactly. Well, what it does, we have this preview feature here that really helps you understand what is on that site. So if you can see on the site here, it gives you the definition of the word, whereas on this site, it actually gives you the definition of the movie.
Excellent.
Very different results. And depending on what you're looking for, you can decide
That's so
what to
cool.
click
So
on.
it saves you the time of going there, figuring out, wrong one.
You bet.
I
You
love
bet. So another one we know is that, for example, for people turn to search engines to more and more accomplished tasks. So one example I have here is looking for a car. You want to buy a car. And what we found out is that people are looking for specific information like, the retail price and fuel economy and user ratings, as well as links to dealers where they are. But more importantly, 50% of the time, people spend time refining their query, adding a word or changing it. And what you can see here, we have this concept of quick tabs that we have right here, which actually bring those common refinements up front.
Oh.
And really save time and click, and again, take a lot of the guesswork out for the user.
So all the
a really
refinement
cool
is done for them.
Exactly. And
so
then you can
cool.
just really click on that link,
Dealers.
and automatically you can see that the results are changing to give you that refinement. Another thing that we know is people turn to search engine more and more to make decisions, right? One of the things is, okay, you want to go to travel to Paris, and you got to decide, when am I going to book that flight? And so we have this really cool feature that we call the flight predictor here. And what it does, it crunches billions of data points every day to bring you the best price for that flight specifically. But what it also does, it tells you when to buy it. How often, have you
Bing?
wondered?
Bing, I'm liking you now.
Good. How often have you
this.
wondered, hey, should I buy this ticket now? Should I wait a couple of weeks? The price is going to go down. Well, we have the technology to help you decide that.
So Bing actually predicts price trends?
Yes.
Okay.
You're going to ask me if I can extend this to Wall Street?
I was hoping.
Maybe we'll see.
Talk
Someday.
about time saving.
All right, so
Wow.
let's talk about your problem or
my
your frustration.
camera, my camera.
Can I ask which one? Keep going.
I'll stay on the camera
There's
for
no
now.
Paul tab here.
All right. So on the camera, you can see we have the same concept that I showed you for the car. So you can refine your results. We know that when people look for this camera, they look for reviews, they look for battery life, what is the manual, and a bunch of other things. So we have this information right up front. But we also have this answer with this really cool feature that we call the opinion ranker. And what we do with that, we basically crawl the entire web. We look for blogs, we look for reviews, and we're able to extract the sentiment that people have for this camera. And what we do is we look at what are the key attributes that people think are important for this camera, and how do people feel about those attributes. So that's the camera
buying it.
you could feel comfortable about buying.
I've been trying to extract sentiment from her for years.
Yeah. The other thing that we haven't talked about before, which is this cashback concept. You can get rebate when you buy through our search engine, which you can do on the other search engines.
So you can make money with this Bing?
Bing, I'm falling
You can save some money. All right. And the last thing is, let me show you another example, that task that people typically do.
My favorite hobby, eating.
Eating?
Yes.
Well, this is an example for this really cool restaurant in Seattle called Wild Ginger.
Okay.
And what we have, I want to show you the same concept where, again, we looked at the scorecard for this restaurant. And here are the things that people said were important for this restaurant and how they feel about it, which really helps you make the decision of whether or not you want to go eat there.
This is so
That's
great.
fantastic.
And all the info right there. The address, the number. Usually you have to go into the website.
That's right. That's right. Everything's up front, easy to get.
So, Frederick, if there's one thing to remember about Bing, what would you say it is?
Well, think of it as a new type of search engine that can do everything a traditional search engine does, but what it really does helps you make a decision.
Wow.
Frederick, you're my search superhero.
Wow. She's made a decision, and she's never said that to me. I'm going to start using Bing. Maybe it's going to wear off. You know what I'm saying?
To learn more about how Bing is changing the search game and see more Gear Daddy videos, stay right here on MSN Tech and Gadgets. Now let's talk about this flight. It happens to say Seattle to Paris.